Well, good morning. I'm Perry Johnson, and I am running for President of the United States. I am probably too conservative for this group, but you might as well know Jesus Christ is a huge part of my life, and I am pro-life, pro-Second Amendment, anti-woke, anti-China, and pro-freedom. And I'm going to tell Joe Biden right now that he cannot use the Justice Department to charge his opponent. It really is un-American. When I'm elected president, there will be 4 things that will be done right away. Number 1, we're going to implement my 2-cent plan. Basically, the government is spending too much money, and it's your money. And they are causing moral decay in our entire country. Right now, instead of having the government spend every penny in their budget, I say we cut 2 cents out of every dollar of discretionary spending and we start balancing the budget. Number 2, never again will a minor have transition therapy. And number 3, although you're not going to like this, we're getting rid of the Department of Education. And number 4, we are going to finish the wall and stop this illegal immigration. Now, I am a guy that grew up in a small town. My dad was a pilot in World War II. My mom was a nurse in the Army WACs. They met at a New Year's Eve party, which was the luckiest break of my life. I would not be here today without that, but they love this country. They love this country more than life itself, and I feel the same way. We have the greatest country the world has ever known, and I want to keep it that way. But right now, we are $32 trillion in debt, and we are risking the lives of our future, of our kids, of our whole country. One day they're going to be asking you to cut Social Security, they're going to be asking you to cut Medicaid, and they're going to tell you, hey, I think we cannot afford the defense. And the only reason on earth that we have taxes is for national defense. I want more money in your hands. I say we start cutting taxes and trimming the government. Now, I have a reality series so you can find out what it's really like to run for president, because the ups and downs are overwhelming. And if you go to perryjohnson.com/backstage, you can find out about it. They did say that I had to have 40,000 donors, even though I'm self-funding. I started with nothing, and now I do have 80 companies because I've been bringing quality and efficiency to companies all my life. And the last thing in the world that they want is an efficiency expert in Washington. I'm surprised they'd let me land my plane. But you know, the thing about this country is that we have a history of doing the impossible. Think about it, and think about this country and how we were founded. We were founded with an ideal that we were going to have a country unlike any country in the history of the world, a country by the people, for the people. And life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness were going to be the foundation of our entire country. Now, to achieve that goal, we had to fight the most powerful army in the history of the world. We had to do it, even though we didn't know how to fight. We had no guns. They wouldn't let us have guns. We had a fledgling general by the name of George Washington. But you know what? We did the impossible. And we beat the greatest army in the history of the world. Why? Because we have that fire inside us, a fire that is unequaled. And when they look at us, we see Henry Ford, we see Vanderbilt, we see Edison, we see Carnegie, and we see the greatest nation the world has ever known. And the world looks at us and says, wow. Well, I say we keep it the greatest nation there was ever lived, and let's God bless America, and God bless everything around us, because by golly, we are the greatest country that ever lived, and let's keep it that way. Hey! Let's do it now, because we are going to win this next election. Let's do it.